If you're a Muslim expat moving to Malaysia, choosing the wrong neighborhood can quietly make your life very difficult. So today, I'm breaking down the top Muslim-friendly neighborhoods in Greater KL. Places with mosque nearby, halal food everywhere, and a lifestyle that actually works long-term. And yes, some popular areas didn't make the list. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Naz and I'm born and raised in KL, and I help expats and families relocate and settle down in Malaysia properly. Quick clarification before we start, this ranking is not about how many Muslims live in an area. It's about how easy and comfortable daily Muslim life actually is. I'll also give some honorable mentions at the end. Now, coming in at number 7 is Setia Alam. It's a newer township with a growing Muslim family population. Modern landed homes, good malls, decent schools. It's Muslim friendly but not Muslim centric. You live comfortably here, but you won't feel surrounded by a strong Muslim ecosystem. It's best for young families who want modern suburban living. Next on the list is Ampang. Ampang is tricky. Some pockets are very good. You have a strong Muslim population, mosque everywhere, close to the KL city center, but the quality is inconsistent. You choose the right pocket and it works out very well. So you gotta ask the area specialist property agent about this. They will show you the best spots. This is best for people who want Muslim living but still need to be near the KL city center. Alright, next is Gombak. Now, this area is heavily influenced by IIUM, which is the International Islamic University of Malaysia. It has a strong Muslim academic community, plenty of mosque nearby, very affordable. The downside here is lifestyle polish. Some areas feel student-centric and less refined, but still, for value and community, Gombak deserves its place. And Gombak also, you're very close to the Saudi school. There is a Saudi school for teenagers. Yeah, so if you're coming with family, you have kids, you have daughters or sons, yeah, the Saudi school would be a good bet for you. Number 4 on the list is Bukit Jelutong, and this is where things start to get premium. Newer homes, clean layout, strong Muslim family demographic. It's right next to Shah Alam and Subang. It feels modern and calm, and it's still very affordable. The Muslim ecosystem is growing but not as established as the top 3. But still, it's a very solid choice for professionals with families. Quick side note, especially if you are arriving in Malaysia soon, getting internet on day 1 is always annoying. I feel you. SIM card queues, airport counters, overpriced plans. That's why I use Airalo. It's an eSIM, so you just download the app, scan a QR code, and you're connected to the internet the moment you land. No physical SIM card, no waiting around. I've put my link below in case you guys want to use it. There's about 10 to 15% off for new users, so yeah, do check it out. Alright, back to the video. Next is Putrajaya. Now this is one of the most Muslim-centric cities in Malaysia by design. It's not just Putrajaya but Cyberjaya as well. This is also the government office hub. Mosque in every precinct. Beautiful, green, and it's very orderly. It's incredibly peaceful, but the trade-off is energy. Putrajaya and Cyberjaya, it's quiet. It's very quiet. Perfect for retirees and remote workers. It's not ideal if you want the city buzz. Now, I did put this higher than Bukit Jelutong because of traffic, daily living, and traveling around is not a hassle. And you are very close to the KLIA International Airport. Coming in at number 2 is Bandar Baru Bangi. Now, Bangi is very Muslim. This place has a strong Islamic identity, strong community, and a lot of people here are practicing Muslims. You'll find mosque and suraus everywhere. Friday prayers are easy. Halal food is the default. Islamic kindergartens, Islamic primary schools, Islamic secondary schools. Bangi has a lot of options. And cost-wise, Bangi is affordable. You can still get landed homes at reasonable prices for families who don't want to stretch their budget too much. Healthcare-wise, most people use KPJ Kajang or nearby private hospitals. So while it's not inside Bangi itself, it's still very accessible. It's amazing for Muslim families, but for Muslim expats who want a more global, polished and city-adjacent lifestyle, Bangi can feel a little bit quiet. Now, before we go to our number one Muslim neighborhood, if you're enjoying this video, consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel because I'm planning to reach 10k subscribers soon. Also, do check out my relocation guide, it's in the description. Now, I am planning to do a live session on YouTube very soon, so follow me on Instagram to get the daily updates, and I will let you guys know when I'm doing these sessions, so you guys can literally just ask me on YouTube itself your questions and I'll just answer them. Alright, enough with this. Let's go to my number one Muslim neighborhood in Greater KL. And this one is a very hard one to argue against. It is Shah Alam. Now, Shah Alam is the capital of Selangor and it has a very clear Islamic identity. This is where the Blue Mosque is. Beautiful, huge blue mosque. Yeah, that one. That alone tells you a lot about this city. Now, but beyond that, Shah Alam offers something very important for Muslim expats: balance. You get strong Muslim environment, modern infrastructure, good private hospitals, and access to premium townships like Bukit Jelutong and Setia Alam. For schools, this is where Shah Alam really shines. There are Islamic international schools, integrated schools, faith-based schools, and all of these that still follow international syllabuses. Syllabuses? Or syllabus. So anyways, the healthcare is also a big plus here. You have private specialist hospitals within Shah Alam, not just nearby. And in terms of lifestyle, Shah Alam feels more polished and international compared to Bangi. It's still very Muslim friendly, but it doesn't feel closed off or overly local. So if you're a Muslim expat coming from the Middle East, Europe or Australia, Shah Alam is usually easier to adapt to. That's why Shah Alam takes number one. It gives you faith, comfort, schools, hospitals, and modern living, all in one place. Now, quick honorable mentions so I don't get shouted at in the comments. Some other places include Puchong. There's many Muslims and it's a very mixed vibe. You have Subangjaya, excellent infrastructure but not Muslim-centric. Then you have Kajang, Muslim-friendly, nearby to Bangi. There are others as well. They are good places, just not the top Muslim neighborhoods in my opinion. Now, I want to hear from you. Which area surprised you the most? And which area should I rank next? Penang, Johor, East Malaysia? Drop it in the comments below. Now, if you guys want to know where are the best cities to retire in Malaysia, check out this next video. I'll see you guys there.